Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bjorn from Triassic Triops, and we are back from holidays. And as some of you people know and followed on my Instagram, I actually showed you guys some of my fossil buys when I'm on holidays. I was on holidays on a location that's known for as a fossil hunting location. A lot of people go there during the summer and hunt for marine fossils on the beach. So it attracts a lot of fossil collectors and fossil hunters, and there are some nice shops nearby. Um, that are selling fossils from all over the world. So that's really interesting, and I'm always one of those buyers that really can't leave those stuff behind or there. So I always need to buy something, and I also got gifted several things by family members that were on holiday with us as well. So this video is about fossil buys. I also will upload another video that's about the fossil finds. As I am a fossil hunter myself, it was the 19th year that we were on fossil hunting during the summers, and it was really a good year this year. I actually found several really interesting and rare specimens of stuff, and that's what I'm going to show you guys in the next video. But first, we are going to take a look at all these little things that I bought on vacation from local vendors. And some of these items are actually from a local fossil hunter from that location, and he basically sells his foreign found fossils, like from Germany and England, through local stores that will sell them to tourists and other fossil collectors. So basically, if you buy stuff from them, part of the money will go back to the fossil hunter, and he will actually use that money to go on fossil hunts again. So that's really fun. It's a nice cycle, and I like to support him, so I always buy some of his items. Well, we'll start with one of my favorites from this year. It's a small little fossil, but let's take a look at this one. And this is basically a fossil fish, which is a really nice little fossil. I really like this one because I'm actually a fish keeper as well, and I definitely needed a fossil fish as well. I think I want to frame this one and put it above the aquariums or something. It's a really nice fragment. It's from Germany, and the little orange spots should be like plants, algae, or other organisms from back in the days. Um, it's a really nice little tiny fossil plate. I really like this one. It was not that expensive as well, and it had some tiny little details on it. You can actually see the bones of the fish, and that's awesome. So that's the first buy. Let's move on to the amber. I actually bought two pieces of amber, and they are embedded with insects. And I'll try to show you guys some of the insects that are inside. In the front, we actually have a little mosquito. It's over here. This is a mosquito, and we have some ants. And I thought it was a really interesting piece. It had quite a lot of insects in it, and it was not that expensive as well. It was only €3, 3.5 euros, I think. So that's quite inexpensive, and this definitely sparked some Jurassic Park memories because of the mosquito. Like Mr. Hammond has this egg-shaped staff with the mosquito embedded in amber, and they take DNA from the mosquito to build their dinosaurs. So that's really fun. Definitely had to this one. Definitely needed to have this one. And this was a minor fragment that I was able to buy. It's nice, nicely tear shaped, and also embedded with some insects, like little bugs. No mosquitoes, but like tiny little flies. So that's also a nice little piece. Definitely gonna give this one a nice spot in my showcase. I actually have some of these showcases for fossils, and I will definitely need to update my I don't know how it's called in English. It's like a special glass box where you show your fossils and stuff. I don't know how it's called. I'm sorry, guys. Um, Anyways, let's move on to the other fossils. So we got these nice little amber pieces, and let's zoom out. Next, we have two ammonites from Madagascar, and this one is actually a really interesting one. This one has the red shiny iridescence in it. As you can see, it's a beautiful piece. It's a little bit smashed over here, but no problem. And it's actually a pear. This one is sliced, so I'll open it up later. Let's move on to this one. This one had like some really nice drawings in it on how the shells or the chambers developed over time. Really like to see this pattern. Beautiful piece. Polishing was well done, and definitely like this one. Apparently this is like not too rare because they have like thousands of these things in Madagascar. It's like a really nice tourist souvenir there, but they are selling them all over the world now, I think. Really like these specimens. Interesting one. But let's move over to the other one, which is, like I told you guys, a pear. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. I'm gonna open it up for you guys. And on these ones, you can actually see the chambers really well, and the mineralization inside the chambers as well. Definitely beautiful pieces. Really like this one. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna try to zoom in a bit. Here you can see the chambers mineralized well. And this is a smashed part, but no problem. Truly like this one. Beautiful piece. And I definitely like that it is a pear as well. So you can close it up or you can keep it open. Looks awesome either way. So that's it about the Madagascar ammonites. Really beautiful pieces. I actually have two of the iridescent ones that are like completely covered in red iridescence. Well, give me a second, guys. Excuse me, guys. I live in quite a noisy neighborhood, so I need to pause the video sometimes when like some of the neighbors or other people are like messing with the audio quality of this video. But I like to sit outside right now because it's quite hot inside. So let's move on. Madagascarammonites, beautiful specimens. Let's move on. Next we have the Orthoceras Spire. This was gifted to me by my girlfriend. We found it on a market stand, and it is definitely a beautiful piece. It's used to stand up like this, but it's on a cushion, so it's kind of wobbly right now, so I'll lay it down a bit. And as well on this one you can see the chambers really nicely. Actually, this is the ink reservoir of a squid, a fossil, well, or a prehistoric squid type, and they are called Orthoceras or belemnites, I think. You can also see some snails and other microfossils embedded in this piece, so it's definitely a nice specimen. Truly like this one, really beautiful. This one's gonna get a nice position in the showcase. Next we have a sea urchin fossil. This is a fossilized sea urchin. I thought it was a really nice looking fossil. Really had some really good drawing on it as well. Give me a second. Like I said, it has a really nice drawing on it. It does look like a stone bun, but it's definitely stone or a fossil. Beautiful little sea urchin. I didn't came across these ones very often, so I was really happy to get one. Let's move on to the next item, which is coprolite or dino poop. This is a poop fragment that has fossilized over the years. Little random fossil, but I thought it was fun, so I bought one. It's a fossil poop. Let's move on. Next we have the trilobite on the rock. I truly have like a heart for trilobites. I don't know why, but I truly like them. One of the earliest life forms on Earth. Beautiful armor design. Interesting little creatures. I actually have a little smaller one that looks exactly like this one. So I'm just gonna put that one next to this one. And I have a nice pair. Definitely like this one. Next up we have, let's see, the petrified wood plate, which is from Madagascar as well. It's polished really well, as you can see, because it's actually reflecting the clouds above. But it's definitely a nice piece of petrified wood. Let me zoom in a little bit. And it also has some crystallization in the middle of it. Some crystal veins. And it's again from Madagascar. I don't know, why do all the beautiful things come from Madagascar? Definitely a nice piece. I really like this one, so I had to pick it up. And definitely these crystallized veins are beautiful. Let me zoom in a little bit. Crystallized veins. Beautiful. Let's move on. Next up we have two ammonites from England. This is from the local fossil hunter that goes on holidays to England and Germany to go fossil hunting for ammonites, and definitely like to buy some of these things from him. I didn't have like a little plate that has 2 or 3 or more ammonites embedded, so I definitely like this one. It's a flat piece as well, so it could be framed as well. Possibly gonna do that as well. It's a nice piece. 2 little ammonites, 3 little ammonites in one fragment. Matrix, whatever you want to call it. So that's it for the ammonites. Let's move on. Next up we have some Mosasaurus teeth, which are dinosaur teeth. I bought these four smaller fragments, and I got gifted 2 of them by my girlfriend again. And this one was a gift from my brother-in-law and my sister, because I took care of their aquariums as well. And while I was driving home for my own aquariums, so I offered to them, would you like to get your aquariums maintained when I'm driving back? And they were like, yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe we have some less loss in our aquariums, so that would be awesome. So I did, and they gifted me this Mosasaurus teeth, which is actually a really nice specimen. I really like these ones, but I was not able to find them at the local vendors. I only found these ones. Nevertheless, I really got a nice specimen from my family, so I'm really happy with this one. And it's also a dinosaur fossil, so I really like dinosaur related fossils as well. Really happy with these teeth. Beautiful specimens. I also got another dinosaur related fossil, which is a fun type of fossil. It is actually a little fragment of a dinosaur egg. It's from a Saltosaurus from South Africa, I think. South America, excuse me. South America. Really nice little tiny fragment of dinosaur egg. I thought it was quite interesting, so I bought a little piece. I think it was pretty profitable for the vendor, as he found several eggs, perhaps, and just smashed them into pieces and sold them for ridiculous amounts of money just by piece. But no problem, I'm really happy with the fragment. I actually got a part of a dinosaur egg right now in my collection, so that's awesome. Really happy with this piece. We're gonna move over to the largest piece that I bought on holidays, which is possibly one of my most favorite fossils that I ever bought, because it actually is an extinction plate. I will clear up the fossils that are on the table right now, and we will move on to this big boy in the back. Give me a second, guys. So this is the last fossil. It's the Belemnite graveyard, and it was one of the biggest fossils that I bought during the holidays. But it's definitely an awesome piece, and we're gonna take a look at it. Give me a second, guys. I need to stand up first. So from above, this is the view of the Orthoceras Belemnite graveyard. It's an extinction plate, so basically this is the remains of tons of squid ink reservoirs that have fossilized over the years. But what happened on this particular location, these guys all got extinct at the same time, and that's why we actually have such a large graveyard plate over here. um, and it's possibly from the events on Earth that that made other creatures extinct as well. And this specimen is from Germany, and it's prepared pretty well, I think. Also polished some of them. Squid ink reservoirs. Quite a lot of them are inside this matrix. And they also run through the sides as well, as you can see. So it's definitely one awesome piece. And I also have like these guys. It's basically the same thing, but this is definitely a different type of fossil as you look at it. This is just one specimen that's really polished, made into a souvenir type of thing, but it's awesome. But this is more a natural kept thing, I guess. It's kind of prepared by the finder, I guess. So it's a really awesome piece, and I didn't have to pay too much for this thing, so I actually got it like immediately when I saw it. And well, it's an awesome piece. It's like from an extinction event. That's something new. I didn't have like any fossils that were themed to have like the extinction story about around it. So this is definitely a new piece that I didn't have before. So that's awesome. Um, that's basically it about the bought fossils. As you can see, I did buy some tinier fossils this year. I don't want like 10 or 20 of these big chunks in my home because I'm about to move like in not a too long time. Um, but that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the little tour on the little fossils that we bought this year. We are going to make the next video now. It's about my personal finds. Feel free to stay tuned, um, where I will show you what we found this year. We went on like, let's say 10 or 20 hunts this year for beach fossils, and we actually found quite a lot of awesome things. So I'm just gonna take you guys to the next video. Hope you guys will enjoy it. Have a nice one.